Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Wanted to get on here today with a video I'm so excited about. I think this is going to be so fun. I'm going to do a tag video and it's called Alphabet Makeup Tag. This was started by Jen Phelps, but I saw it on Mary Glitzy Fritzy's channel and it was so fun. I've watched it twice. I loved this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going through the alphabet and I have picked a brand that starts with each letter of the alphabet. And I'm going to tell you the products I like in it. And I'm going to try to narrow it down to my favorite products, but that's hard for me. And I have products all over my house. So I'm going to be taking you all around my house, and I've got these brands laid out. So I'm going to link all of them down below, and I'm going to jump right into this. And of course, we will start with A. And I'll tell y'all, it was really no contest. And with the A's, Anastasia, her eyeshadows are what does it for me. She has a lot of good products in her line, but her eyeshadows, and I have a ton of her palettes, and the Modern Renaissance still is at the very top over Soft Glam, Jackie Aina, Carly Babel, Subculture. I love all those. But this one, and this may be top 3 out of all of my palettes. It's just a beautiful fall look, and I still get compliments when I wear this. It's beautiful. Red looks, orange looks, just neutral. It's got a few purples in there. This is a complete look, and I never get tired of it. So love the Modern Renaissance and Anastasia eyeshadows. Okay, next for B's, it was between Becca, because I love Becca's Backlight and First Light. Out of all of my primers, these are still at the top. And then I love the Becca Sugar. This formula is beautiful. The container's beautiful. That magnetized container is lovely. And the formula is beautiful. But Buxom, y'all, these lip glosses, I use them every day. Today I have on Peach Daiquiri. The Peach Daiquiri and the White Russian are what I use more than any. And I can't get my hands on my White Russian. I used it yesterday. It may be in my car or the bottom of my purse. But the White Russian and the Peach Daiquiri are my all-time favorites. But in the wintertime, I start gravitating towards lilacs. And this Lavender Cosmo is so beautiful. And then I like the Wild Orchid over a pink to make it more of a blue pink in the wintertime. It's beautiful. And these are just cooling and beautiful in 1,000 shades. And every day, y'all, every day I use my Buxom. So yeah, the B's had to be Buxom. Okay, now for the next, I don't know how many. We're gonna go in my bathroom, in my kitchen, around my house, and we're gonna go through the alphabet, and I've got some of this stuff laid out. So I will see you in the bathroom. Okay, y'all, this is the letter C, and this is the hardest one. I'm agonizing over this letter because it has Charlotte Tilbury and it also has Clinique. And there's 2 products, one from each, that's making it just almost impossible. In the Charlotte, I would never want to give up this Flawless Filter powder. I love it. But I do have the number 7 now. I could replace this. I also love the Kim KW, the Film Star. But I don't think any of these are indispensable to me, so I'm going to pick the Clinique because this, the Clarifying Lotion 2. I don't like to go one day without this. It tightens pores, it feels cooling, and I'm addicted to the Clarifying Lotion 2. I cannot replace it. I think I could replace most of these. It would be painful, but I cannot replace this. I also like the primer. I love the Clinique Pops, and their foundations are beautiful. So is the Charlotte, but it's this. This is my favorite product from the Clinique line. So I'm going to pick Clinique and the Clarifying Lotion number 2. Then we are going to move down a little bit. And for D's, it was between Dior and Derma Blend, and I'm going to have to pick Derma Blend because this transparent powder is what I use every day to set my face, and I love it. It just is a little bit blurring. It doesn't change the color. It doesn't change really anything about it except to set it down really nice. And of course mattify just a little bit, but doesn't change my color. This Derma Blend, it's so good. So I'm gonna go with the Derma Blend over the Dior. Okay, now we're at E, and it's between Estee Lauder and Essence. These are the two that I'm conflicted about. I love these two Estee Lauder foundations. I have this on today with the Charlotte in my T-zone. And I love this. And the double wear is a classic. So I love those. And I love the Bronze Goddess. I love my Estee Lauder products, but my Essence, every day. Every day, these two lash products. The Lash Primer is the best I have found on the market. I like to top this with my Clinique, but I love this. It builds my lashes up so fast, and then I put this on, and they're almost like false lashes. So those are my favorite Essence products, and then I love the banana powder too, but yeah, these two products from Essence are daily, and nothing has knocked them off, so I'm gonna have to pick the Essence. Okay, next, for F, it was between Flower and Fenty, and I really went back and forth because I love this Flower Light Illusion foundation. Is as beautiful as top 5 or 10. It's as beautiful as anything upper end. It's luminous, a full velvety cover. I will wear this all the time in the winter. It's beautiful. And then their powders are beautiful. And I just used up their Light Illusion powder, I think it's called, and it gives the Charlotte Tilbury a run for her money. I really can't tell much of a difference between the two. So love that. But then we have Fenty, and I love, out of the Fenty line, I love her bronzers, but my favorite product are these cream blushes. I'm crazy about cream blushes, and these are some of my favorite. I don't have my favorite color. It's Petal Poppin'. I gave that to my daughter. But these are just beautiful, beautiful. So I'm gonna pick Fenty and the cream blushes. Okay, so now we are going on to G, and that is in the kitchen. So let's go into my kitchen. Okay, y'all, so now we are on the G's, and it's between Givenchy and Guerlain. This is almost as hard as the C's because I use this Givenchy bronzer every day. I have it on today, and it is a beautiful gelée formula, and I love it. I also love the Guerlain L'Essentiel, and I love the Tint Couture everywhere in the Amoureige. But I think I'm gonna have to give it to Guerlain because I love their bronzers. They're like blush bronzers, and I haven't used these in a while because I've been using this, but these have been with me for several years, and I love them. They are blush bronzers. They don't turn too muddy. They always lift my face. The luminosity and the finish on these is beautiful. All of these. I have never tried a Guerlain bronzer I don't love. And then what really puts this over the top for me is the Garland Fragrances. I have had this for a couple of months. This is the Double Vanille. Every morning I spray this on. I want my clothes to smell like this all day. And then I'll layer through the day, but I always start with this. It is a smoky vanilla, heavy on the smoke. And after it dries down, it has almost a pleasant sharpness to it. In the smoky smell. So I smell the smoke more than the vanilla, and it is beautiful. It is natural and outdoorsy and smoky. A little bit of a sharp note in it. And then this is the Angeline Noir, and this is like nature. It starts with a green note, and it dries down to the same vanilla that's in the Double Vanille. This is very green at first. Angelique is a green, kind of a sharp green scent, like something in the yard. It's beautiful. And dries down to a vanilla. It's a very layered. So these fragrances, and I know I love the bronzers, but these are why I am picking the Guerlain. Well, the Double Vanille is going to be my favorite Guerlain product, but highly recommend this Givenchy bronzer too. Okay, we are headed to H, and it is down here. This was so easy for me, y'all, because it's got to be Huda. It was between Hourglass and Huda. I wouldn't want to give up my Hourglass. These are my favorite Hourglass products. But the Huda, because of this, the sugar cookie, under my eyes every day. I love this to finish my under eyes. I could not give it up. The Desert Dusk is still one of my favorite palettes. I wear it almost weekly. And I almost cleaned this out so many times, but oh my gosh, this is the nicest warm palette. I also love the nudes, but and the highlight, but my favorite product from Huda is the Sugar Cookie. This powder is beautiful, very blurring, a little bit covering, lovely. Okay, moving on to eye. Okay, and this one is gonna be It Cosmetics for several of the products, but I'm gonna say my top are the brushes. My top product from It Cosmetics are the brushes, and specifically this one. This is the brush I use to put every cream blush on I have, and I love it. This is the Airbrush Blurring Foundation Brush, and it's perfect. I have 2 or 3 of these. And then I also love these little powder brushes to throw in my purse. The Heavenly Luxe, if you use a brush for your foundation, this is magic. I love that brush. I love It brushes, but this is my favorite product in the entire line. Followed closely by the It Naturally Pretty eyeshadow palette. It is great. And the It Bye Pores, It products are just great, but this is gonna be my top in the line. Love it. Okay, we're moving on to J, and I have this product here, and this is not a makeup product. It is a self-tanner, and it's by Jergens, the Jergens 3-Day Glow. I also love the Natural Glow for a more natural look, but the 3-Day Glow is so pretty. When I was wearing this all the time and going to the gym, people would always ask me, what are you doing? Is that self-tanner? Are you laying out? What are you doing? This looks so natural on me. I've heard some people say that one of these turns out orange. I can't remember which. But this one especially does not. This may look a little warmer, but I love them both. The Jergens tanning products are so easy. You just put them on like lotion, so you don't really have to plan anything. Okay, for K, it's got to be the Kiss Nails. And Mary said the same thing, I think. I love the Kiss Nails. These have changed my life. I don't have to spend time going to the salon. I don't spend the money. I don't spend the time. And I don't spend time really even on these. One of them pops off and I just stick it back on. You know, I'm doing 1 or 2 nails every couple of days. So I love the time this saves me, the money this saves me, and they always look perfect. I wanted salons to do my nails like this, and they never usually got it right. I would say 2% of the time they got it right. These are always right. The Kiss Nails for K, big favorite. Okay, we're staying in the kitchen and we're going down to the L's. Okay, next for L was so easy, and that is Lancome. Lancome is, I have a long history with Lancome. I sold it in the 90s. And I love their products. They're beautiful products. And some of my favorites, I love their bronzers. Their bronzers are beautiful. The Tint Idole. No, that's the Tint Miracle. This is nice too. The Tint Idole or the Tint Miracle. Love both of those. These little chromatiques, monochromatiques, are beautiful. Almost cream blushes. They're kind of bouncy, like you can kind of press on them. And then I love these for a cream, almost a cream blush. But I'm gonna say my favorite products from Lancome, my top, are probably their skin products. And out of the skin products, these are the ones that I love. And out of all of these, I'm gonna say the Viseart is my favorite. I like this like a primer during the day. This just makes my skin better, y'all. It does. It makes my skin better. And I don't know what is in this, and it's pricey, but I like it enough that I buy it at just about every sale that comes around. In the morning, I love it. It makes it's kind of like a primer, and then I like it at night too. So I love the Viseart. Lancome is my favorite L company, and the Viseart is probably my favorite product. I love it. Okay, moving on to M, and that is back in my bedroom. Okay, and then for M, okay, this was a little bit hard because of Maybelline. I love Maybelline foundations, the Superstay Concealer and the Age Rewind. I love Maybelline. I also love Milani blushes, the Luminoso. that made it so hard that when I look at MAC, okay, hang on. MAC brushes, that blush brush, the powder brush, that fan brush, eye brushes, the Fix Plus, the Glow Plays. These are my go-to cream blush of choice. They go on like a second skin. Those are my absolute top, and I'm going to say right now that may be my top MAC product. Today I wore MAC eyeshadows because I feel like they get neglected on YouTube. I know they used to be, you know, all anybody talked about, but they're still good. The Bosom Friend, these are backups of the lipstick that I wear every single day. It's just a very pale pink, you know, just MAC. It's got to be MAC, and it's my favorite product is Tide. It's either the Bosom Friend or the Glow Play, and I would say it's got to really be the Bosom Friend because it's irreplaceable. I can't find anything I like as much as that. So I'm going to say MAC and Bosom Friend lipstick is my favorite, but those Glow Plays are fabulous. Okay, moving on to N. And N, it was between Naiad Copper, NARS. Specifically, this little NARS in the pot is a great concealer. I love the foundation, but it's got to be, oh, and the Nivea. It's between these two. When it comes down to it, it's between the NYX Angel Veil Primer and really this. It's got to be this. It's got to be the NYX Jumbo Stick and Milk because every day this is on my eyelid to make it better. But I use the Nivea Sun Protect Water Gel every day for my sunscreen because it is light and perfect under my makeup. So I'm going to say these are dead tied because of the Jumbo Stick. I can't give that up and I can't give that up. So this is definitely a tie. Nivea Sun Protect Water Gel and the NYX Jumbo. So it was between The Ordinary and Obashi. Okay, that is rough. And then also my hairspray, the OGX Bamboo Fiber Full. I love this so much. I don't think I could give it up. But if it's between OGX and The Ordinary, these are all my Ordinary products. The toner, acids, niacinamide, copper, the buffet with copper. I love that. And then The Ordinary, the Exfoliant Forte. But I guess I'm going to say The Ordinary. And my favorite product in here right now, I'm going to say is this buffet with copper because I'm loving copper so much and I can use this and not have to spend $90 on the Naiad even though I still do. But this makes it where I wouldn't have to. If I'm feeling tight one month, I can just get this. So I'm going to go with The Ordinary. Let's say The Ordinary and the copper, the buffet with copper. Okay, and we're moving on to P, and that is over in front of my desk. Okay, so we're moving on to P's, and it was between two. It's between Patrick Ta Blushes. I mean, what can I say? I'm crazy about the cream blushes, and these are some of my tops. If it weren't for those Glow Plays, these would be number one. These would be ruling my cream blushes, and I love this, but I'm not going to go with these. Instead of these, I'm going with the Pat Mcgrath. This Pat Mcgrath powder is so blurring and beautiful. I love it. And where I used to love the Bye Bye Pores, and I still do, that has hyaluronic acid, which dries me out, and I don't think this does. I haven't looked. But I love this Pat Mcgrath. It's like a blurring powder, and it is very perfecting. Okay, Q. I don't have a Q. I don't have a Q, so I'm going to move on to R. And that is between the Real Techniques brushes, which, you know, I use these daily. This is really my go-to blush brush. This is an amazing little blending brush, and all of these for concealer. Not much would make me not pick these, but Rimmel does. Rimmel does. These have been tried and true classics to me that I would not want to give up for 10 to 20 years. Mainly, my favorite has to be their liners. I use this every day. Their Black Coal $3 liner. Sometimes I have a liquid over this, but today all I have on is this. And then they're lip liners. I pick these up probably half the time. And I love traveling with these and carrying them in my purse, because if they melt in the Texas heat, or if I lose them while I'm traveling, it doesn't matter. It was $3. I can replace it. And I carry these glosses, these Rimmel Glosses. They're magic, in my purse all the time. The colors are perfect for me. A lot of pinky nudes, and they're not sticky. So I love these glosses. But for my favorite, I'm going to pick the liners. Okay, next for S, and you can see it over here in the corner. This is a little Sigma box, and it's gonna have to be Sigma because their brushes, I have a couple of brushes that are indispensable to me. I can't do my eyes without them, and I have them in this Mary Glitzy Fritzy's little set because her set is one of the reasons this is my favorite. S is my favorite, but Mary's set is so good, and out of this set I use all of them, but this brush right here, this is my personal brush, and it's the E46, I think. Yeah, E46, and this is so tiny and pointy over here. It's more hooded than this one, and I love this brush. And this E47, I have used this for a couple of years. It is the perfect brush to do my transition. I just love it, and I think they're phasing it out, but I'm going to try to find it and link it. I have several backups of this. Okay, next we are on T, and I'm going to give it to Tarte. I'm going to give it to Tarte. Only one competitor was in the T's, and that was the Timeless for the vitamin C. I'm still going to have to go with Tarte because they have so many amazing products. The Amazonian is my go-to right now for my T-zone. It is beautiful with a good full cover and a nice matte finish. I love that. The Shape Tape, the Found Sealer is beautiful. Full cover, luminous, velvety, gorgeous. And then the Tartelettes. So out of all these, I'm going to say have to say the Tartelettes with Tarte are my favorite tea. And out of these, probably the Toasted, because I'm into warms right now. I use this all the time. I love it. It's just a beautiful warm palette, but the In Bloom too. I love that. If I just was going to have one cool and one warm, it could be these, and these would give me everything I needed. So the Tartelettes with Tarte. Okay, next we're on U, and I'm going to give it to Urban Decay. And out of Urban Decay, it's between the Chill Spray and the eyeshadow palettes. And honestly, I love their eyeshadow palettes. The Naked 3, the Smoky, the Reloaded, these are all beautiful. But I can't go one day without the Chill Spray. Well, I sometimes do, but I don't like to. I like to spray this on my little Cheeky Beauty blender and dip it into my Huda Sugar Cookie. And it makes my under eyes stay good for longer. And when I remember, I like to do that to tap out my concealer too. This really makes things last longer. So I love Urban Decay eyeshadows, but I'm going to have to pick the Chill Spray. No, not the Chill Spray, the All Nighter. Okay, then for V, this is tough because I love Violet Voss. This is, if I could only have one eyeshadow palette, this might be it still. Such a good eyeshadow palette, y'all. I never get a bad look with that, never. And I love it so much, I have another Violet Voss palette on the way. But can I pick that over Viseart? I don't know that I can. That may be an absolute toss-up. If I'm going to pick Violet Voss, I'm picking the Holy Grail palette. And if I'm picking Viseart, out of all of those, I love my Grand Pro. I love that. I mean, who wouldn't? These shadows are so good. But the Viseart Neutral Mattes Milieu, I love that palette. I use it all the time. If I combined these two, the violet and this, I know I'm cheating, but I'm going to say this is a complete toss-up. I could not pick between these two. So this is my Violet Voss pick, and this is my Viseart pick. Okay, next for W, I picked the Wayne Goss brushes. Most days I will use a Wayne Goss brush. I love these for blending. They just give me a beautiful, smooth blend. And I love them. I may ask for the Wayne Goss face brushes for Christmas. Okay, for X, one of my very top, if I could only have one, this is it. And it's the Xerjoff Lira. This is like dessert. When I walk in places, people think somebody is baking cookies. It smells like vanilla cookies. It smells like a dreamsicle. And I could wear this and do wear this most days of my life. And it's not offensive. I can't think of anybody this would be offensive to unless they were allergic to it. It is like a beautiful vanilla creamsicle. It's vanilla, orange, I think lavender. It is beautiful. For Y, I'm going to pick YSL, and my favorite products out of that are either the Black Opium or this highlighter is so pretty and good for daily. This is the Couture highlighter. And I think the only place I can find this is at Nordstrom or maybe Saks. This is so nice for every day. Yeah, it's just a beautiful lip from within look that you can build. Ugh, I love this. And I also love the Black Opium. I'm going to say if it's between the two, probably Black Opium. This is coffee and vanilla and spicy and beautiful for the winter time. Yeah, it's beautiful and a classic. So for Y, I'm going to say YSL Black Opium. And then my last one is Z. We made it. And for Z, Zeo Skin Health. I love this brand so much, even more than Obagi because of this. This Radical Night Repair. I'm sorry this is so pricey. I'm sorry for myself too. But I can't use Tretinoin, but I can use this. And this makes me flake as much as my Tretinoin did, which I love. I use usually 3 pumps a day of this and all over my face. And then if you try this, it gives you a delayed response. You use this and then about 3 days later, you'll feel activity from it. And I have found that to be, they told me that when I bought it, and I have found that to be true. So I love this Zeo Radical Night Repair. And that is all of my makeup A to Z tag. I'm going to link all of those other ladies that have done this down below. And if you want to do this, I would love to come and watch it. So let me know if you do it. And that's all I have for you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Leave comments and questions down below, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Y'all have a good day.